Welcome back to the Be Reyt channel, where we only answer the hardest questions ever. Forget QI and debate time with Trump and all them lot. This is where the real shit's getting answered. We've got DFR. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll get right into it. Today I want to know, is it acceptable to park outside somebody else's house?
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you all. And a real one there, I don't think it is.
It is.
But it's not though, is it?
Well, for this podcast, I'm parked outside your house, so I'm pretty sure it's fine.
No, but right, so you go to a village. They've got a nice,
okay, different.
Got a nice
so
little
you need to be specific.
They've got a nice town. They've got a town. They've got a nice little strip. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cafes, shops, charity shops, all the gaffs. They've got parking in the town, but it costs £1 for 2 hours.
Yep.
There is houses just outside of the town, walking distance. There's obviously no paid parking there. It's just on-street parking for the houses.
Of course.
Because the houses are fairly old, they haven't got driveways unless they put them in themselves, so they park on the street. Is it okay for you to go, I'm not going to pay that £1 for 2 hours parking. I'm going to park outside this guy's house. I'm going to walk in, and I'm not going to pay that parking.
Two things. Okay, you obviously don't live in a city or somewhere that highly populated, and secondly,
this is a very specific, real example to me, and it pissed me off.
It would piss you off, but living in somewhere that's close to London, it's the norm. It's absolutely norm for someone to park half an hour away from a train station to go to central London, right outside your house, even though there are still a half an hour walk to a train station because it's free, because it's £16 a day parking. That's normal. That is absolutely
We're not
normal.
talking £16 a day parking. I'm talking £1.
I know, and it's still fine. It's still fine.
It's not fine.
I know what you're saying. It's so annoying, and I do agree with you. But
so let's make the example even more specific. I've got the person who lives in the house has a car and has a van, and as we know, van theft is quite high. People's vans
breaking, isn't it? As high, isn't it? Not theft, or
people's vans being broken into is quite high.
Van issues are quite high.
Yeah. So that person who lives in that house parks his van really close to his car, so that you can't physically, and then keeps all the valuables at the back.
That sounds
and then
good.
Has shelving in their van, so you can't actually reach the stuff at the back if you get into a side door. So is it still acceptable?
Right. If I come to your house, I'm parking directly outside it, and I'm going to be walking to the town. It's acceptable. It's annoying, but it's acceptable.
But is it still acceptable if there's 2 public parking bays near the house? Like literally, it's probably nearer to the town parking there, that are empty all the time because people think they're private parking. And to not park in one of them and still park outside that person's house, he parks his van right up to his car to avoid being broken into, is it still acceptable?
I would probably put those specifications on the front of the van and say, please don't break in because I've got valuables. Please don't park outside because it's annoying. If you do try and break in, I've put the relevant things in place for you not to steal the tools because it's got loads of stuff in there. Put it on a post. No one will fucking read it either way, so people are parking there. I agree with you. It is extremely, extremely annoying. But they're not doing anything illegal, are they?
This is what police should be dealing with. Forget fire sticks. Is it still acceptable if the person who lives in that house lives on an 8-house estate,
right,
where there's only 8 houses, and all the parking on that, everybody has 2 cars, that road gets nice and full.
Yeah.
Is it still acceptable to try and park on that road?
Yes.
It's not though, is it?
Look, I'll agree with you and say no, they shouldn't be doing it.
The nearer to London, the less shitty it becomes. We've got space up here.
Yeah, that's the difference. And it's different for me to get that out from it because it's like you know, you're having like Vauxhall, like massive cars parking in small smart car size like gaps in London. That's just, you just ram as much as you can. I don't care if it's outside Buckingham Palace. If it's parking, you park there. It's different. I don't know. I don't get it. Why on earth are they paying for parking up there anyway? They don't do. Who's going to go to their local shops anyway there?
Because the London culture spreads and paying for parking has become a thing.
Right.
But then the northern attitude is, I'm not paying for parking. I'll find somewhere free.
No, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine.
Not outside somebody's house.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know what your issue is with it. It's free to park. It is an available space for you. You don't own that space. Well, that's the next thing. You don't own the road.
I paid for that curb to be dropped.
Yeah, but that's on you.
I paid. I don't.
You.
If the council is watching, this is a joke. I don't pay the yearly fee, but some Donny came with a big fucking brrr and he dropped that curb for me.
Yeah.
I paid for that.
Before you got there. There's before you got there.
Yeah, it was before. No, that's the real story. The other bit was a joke. If the Doncaster Council, if you're watching, that was a joke. But I've dropped that curb.
Why don't you park in your driveway then, if you don't got a driveway? Right.
I do. However, I'm having some issues with some drainage pipes. And I've had to be hiring the person in this scenario has had some issues with some drainage pipes and he's having to dig out the part of his driveway to access them because they're backing up and flooding the driveway. So not only was this Donny parked outside my house, he was technically also blocking an entrance to a driveway that is completely legal and definitely completely paid for.
I'd probably put like a fire escape something. Or why don't you just paint a disabled guy in a wheelchair? Like just this disabled spot. There you go. That
the geezer 3 houses down from this person who I'm talking about right now. He's disabled and he's got a big sign outside his driveway entrance and now it's saying, "I'm disabled. Please do not park here because I need to be able to get in and out of my disabled car." They still park there.
Yeah.
They still park there. And do you know what? It's voting day tomorrow. They're going to be all fucking filling this road. The bastards.
It's difficult, you know. That he doesn't own that. It's like drones, right? You know, they can fly over your house. You don't own the airspace. It's a stupid thing. Like, obviously, you think you'd own it, but I could literally I would park outside your house, and then I would fly a drone above your airspace and just hover around. I'm allowed to do that.
I'm prepared for that scenario. I bought a drone, and I keep it in just the scenario because you can't do anything. If you throw a rock, you can get locked up.
Yeah, you.
But if I fly a drone and accidentally crash into the drone,
I suppose that's fair. All fair game.
And then they can't pick it up because their broken drone lands where?
On your property.
On my property.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm going to make sure the camera survives. I'm going to rub my testicles on your drone. Anyway.
What if it still comes back on?
Manscaped. Today's sponsor. No, on a real one though. I think what I actually want to know is it petty that I've angled my Ring doorbell camera so if somebody parks outside my house, I get a notification and then I can go through the phone. Oi, knobhead, move your fucking car. And is it? Am I also a knobhead?
That's a bit much.
Because the same person that I'm trying to say should not be doing it, I saw him come back. I went outside. I said, "What the fuck you doing?" And he was like, "Nothing said I can't park here." I went, "No, there's nothing saying you can't park here. But I'm saying you can't park here, so I don't want to see you back here, mate." So what I want to know is who's in the wrong in that scenario.
You're in the wrong. You know you're in the wrong. You know you are.
There's no way I'm in the wrong. You don't park
outside
it's annoying. House.
I know it's annoying. I used to live 30 minutes from a train station. People would park outside down my road because they can walk across a field, which is half an hour and it's free. Like, why? Why?
Can we all stop parking outside other people's house? If you're like a contractor and pulling up for like an hour to do some work, and cool, I have no issues with that. But if you're just trying to not pay a pound.
Okay, right, okay, so I know it's probably gone on longer than what you thought. So, little Billy who lives next door, or Uncle Billy who lives next door, he's having a party, and he's got like his 70th birthday. He's got loads of people coming over. Obviously, they're going to fill up the road. You fine with that?
Well, do you know what happened? I don't know if you do this near London.
You?
I can't speak for you weirdos down south. If somebody has a party on this estate I'm on, we have a WhatsApp group.
What?
And a week before, someone will go, by the way, next Saturday I'm going to have a party. Like, so I will tell them, like, try not to have park directly outside the houses, but they're going to fill the little spaces. And then usually someone will go, oh, I'm not going to be in, so you can use my drive if they want, and stuff like that.
Oh, that's really nice.
So that's what we do up here. So the people on this estate, we all play by each other's rules. It's the outsiders. It's the off the estaters. It's the people who don't live in this town.
Do you have like a private one where you slag people off on it, or is it just generally
There are multiple. There are multiple. There's one that's about a house number 3. There's one that's about that house. They're seen as the ruffians.
Right.
And we all slag, and like people take a picture.
Oh my god.
They'll like take a picture from their window where they can see the garden. They go, oh, it's not been cut for a while. But I think we've actually unpacked 2 serious questions about drones and neighbours. So we'll get into that. Stop parking outside people's houses. It's not acceptable. Forget everything he said. Just don't do it.
I was going to say something. As long as it's legal, it's allowed. But that's going to come a problem with.
If you live in a city, you sign up for it.
Yeah. Or if out of city, people want to commute to that place. You haven't got a choice. You're done. You are done.
If you live near a football ground and it's match day, you chose to live there. You signed up for the rental or the mortgage. That's on your back.
Country, small village. I get into your territory. I think it's like, why are you here?
If your local election wins right wing generally, don't park outside somebody's house. If you win left wing, if left wing wins, it's free reign. How about it? That's how we're going to do it. Because they're voting Tory in the towns, and they're voting Labour in the cities, aren't they? Generally. No one's going to vote.
We assume so, yeah.
Vote Labour tomorrow, are they? But generally. There we go. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. And if I see that guy, I'll get my camera out and I'll make a shot of it. So make sure you subscribe for that. And I'll get some Ring doorbell footage of the next person. Oi, knobhead, move. Thank you.